Good morning, everyone. This is Jackie from the Oracle Times, and I'm going to be doing the Virgo May 2020 forecast reading. It's a little late, I know, seeing as I had my schedule interrupted. I think that's happening for all of us at the moment. Okay, so I record from the bushveld in South Africa, lots of wildlife, but my internet can be a little bit dodgy. So if you see me disappear for a second, apologies, but I will be back very shortly after that. There are advantages to living in the bushveld, far more of them than there are the dodgy internet, but yes, that comes with the territory. Right, I have already shuffled the cards. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing the tea leaf card reading. This is the predictive elements for the month ahead. I do relationship reading and finish up with oracle cards to give you some idea of what the best energies available for you in the month of May are. Right, so I also read what it says on the cards so that you know what it says on the cards, and then I tell you the story that all the cards present afterwards. First card up for Virgo for May of 2020 is the Scales, the Libra card. It says keep your life in balance, okay? The next card that comes up for you is an announcement, okay? So something is going to be announced that affects your life, that alters your life in the month of May. The next card that comes up for you guys is guaranteed success. Very nice. Right, the next card that comes up is pay attention to your finances. We all have to do that at the moment, don't we? And then you get temporary problems, and finally you get solid foundation success with effort. So nice lineup here. So in the month of May, the overall message is, the card that caps your reading is keep things in balance. So don't veer too much to the one side or to the other side. Don't play too hard. Don't work too hard. Don't spend too much money. Don't get too scared and hang on to everything. It's just kind of keeping everything nicely down the middle of the road. There is some kind of announcement in May for you guys that's important for your life. It brings guaranteed success, okay? So maybe something you've been working on for a while now. The announcement comes that says you have success with whatever it is. Pay attention to your finances. Okay, like I say, most of us are having to do that at the moment. Don't splurge on anything. Keep a little bit aside for a rainy day is the message that comes there. You have temporary problems in May, but you have a solid foundation, so don't worry too much about it. Keep doing that work. Keep going after that goal. Keep that sight, that goal in mind. Because even if there are temporary problems in May, you're going to be achieving that goal. You have the guaranteed success card in your reading. So you're going to get there. Whatever that temporary problem is, don't let it derail you. You are headed for success. You have a good, solid foundation that you have started on. Right. Relationship reading, I'm going to be reading for both of those of you that are in established relationships as well as those of you that are looking for relationships. Right, let's see what it says on the cards. Once again, I'm going to read what it says on the cards for you, and once I pull them all, I'll tell you the story. So the first one is forgiving and learning, right? That says, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in the present moments. The next card that comes up for you is playfulness, okay? And that says, to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And your third card is new love. That's nice, okay? A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So if we look at this lineup, what we see is, whenever this card comes up, I will say that there's a relationship dynamic that is coming up that will play out in the month of May, that you're going to come up against or work through or navigate through. That is an old relationship dynamic that stems back from childhood. More often than not, you don't have to know exactly what it is. What you do need to know is in the month of May, you will be working through, navigating, having this relationship dynamic present itself in your life. And you have the opportunity to heal that, work through it, get to the other side of it. How? By being lighthearted about it, okay? So whatever crops up in the month of May, be it that you're in an established relationship or you're looking for a relationship and you meet someone new or you're trying to meet someone new, you're going to come up against an old relationship dynamic. In other words, something that normally has you having a knee-jerk reaction based on fear most of the time. If you try this time to keep it lighthearted and playful, you will sail through it. And if you sail through it, you have the opportunity of, one, meeting a new love that can be a really great relationship in the future, or you can rekindle what you feel for an existing partner. New love can surge through in that partnership, and those feelings will be very real. So it's just a case of some button gets pushed in your relationship life in the month of May. And now that I've told you that, you're going to be well aware of that fact. And when that button gets pushed, and your normal reaction would have been anger, fear, retaliation, pulling back, whatever the case may be, this time you're going to treat it with a far more light-hearted attitude, and you sail through it. And you either have a lovely new relationship, or in an existing relationship, you feel that lovely warm feeling for your partner all over again. Okay, now your final cards are your oracle cards, and these are the relationships for you in the month of May that will be most beneficial to you should you use these relationships, and they're going to be swirling around you. You'll navigate your way through problems and challenges easily. You can achieve goals very easily by using these relationship. Interesting, that comes up. So I would say ultimately what is happening here is it's going to be one-on-one with someone else. It's going to be a relationship kind of situation that crops up. And should you use these energies, you will navigate your way beautifully through it, and you will achieve your goals. Right, first up is not for you. Interestingly enough, this card is coming up very often lately. I'm going to discuss that in a second. Okay, the next card, Observer. Okay, pretty cards these. And your final card is Here and Now. So I think for a lot of us, what this whole quarantining story, being cut off from our normal lives, being cut off from doing what we usually do, has brought about is it's cutting us off also from things that were maybe not for us. It can be two kind of scenarios. One, you literally lost something. You lost a job, you lost a source of revenue, you lost an avenue, whatever the case may be. Ultimately, what it's going to do is say, you know what, you did not belong there now. Yes, it had its role to play in your life, but it is now done for. Now you're moving on to something else that is more authentically you, because of you have moved along, you have grown, you have evolved, new things are destined for you. In the month of May, try not to make too many plans, solid concrete plans. Wait and observe. There's a lot of planets going retrograde in May, which says to us, this is observation time, and maybe planning but not executing yet, or maybe going back and having a look what did work for you and reassessing that again. Okay, retrograde planets, I don't believe, stop you. I don't think it's not that you shouldn't be doing things. I don't think anything is set up like that. I think what it is set up for is to reassess what you're doing. Take a second look. It's kind of just a roadblock that says, stop a moment and think. And look what I'm going to bring for you, because I'm going to bring new things into your life. I want you to have a good look, because they're signs and messages for you. And that is where the Here and Now card comes in. So pay special attention to the here and now. Right here, right now. Every time you think of me saying this, okay, then think, right, let me pay attention, because I'm being brought people, I'm being brought inspiration, I'm being brought messages, I'm being brought situations that are making me aware of what the path forward could look like. So if you're paying attention, you're going to get very clear indication of what the path forward is, especially if something has been removed from your life. If something was taken from you because you have grown above that, you have grown to a new level, and you now need a new game. Okay, but just observe for a while. Your role in, and your most useful energy in May is going to be observation and staying in the moment, because in the moment is where you're going to get your most guidance, your most tips, your most observations, and your clearest insight for what the path forward is going to look like. So I think your June reading is probably going to give you a better indication of where to from now. For now, it's like you're going on a trip, and you're getting your GPS coordinates, and you're getting all the papers you need, and you're reading up about it, like where do I want to go and what do I want to do, and you're reading up at the place. It's that kind of feeling. You're preparing in the month of May for the next leg of your journey. Right, guys, I do hope that you enjoyed that reading. If you would like a personal private reading with me, I will put the links for my website in the description box below once this video is processed. You can either purchase the readings there or contact me if you have specific questions, or of the type of reading you'd want. I want to thank you for watching and listening, commenting, liking and subscribing. Thank you very much for that as well. And we will chat again soon.